Hey there, babe. So I'm sorry for the late post, but I finally had a counseling session, my normal counseling session on Monday, yesterday. But my brain went away from being out of routine, and I completely forgot to record or talk about what we had talked about. And I kind of caught her up on church, on how I have been feeling and dealing with the loss of the friendship. And I thought I had been doing very well, especially after having that friends group and feeling like I finally had somewhere where I belonged. I didn't feel like I was alone anymore in that sense, even though I don't truly know these women as much as I'd like. Just yet anyways, I still felt like I have something there, to where if I needed something, I would have somebody, and also a way of fulfilling myself, being the giver that I am. I feel like it was just a win-win. I had felt at peace, really. Have bad days or days where I just wish things would have worked out, or that I would have been enough for her. And unfortunately, that's just not how it was supposed to work out. And so I have days, and I'm allowed to have the days where I just wished things would have worked out. And she told me that she really still thinks that I haven't fully processed things. And I'm like, but I feel like I have. So I've done a lot, and it's all mental homework. It's all mental homework. So I feel like in my head, what am I thinking? What am I truly thinking about? Being mindful. And I think she was right. I thought I had processed it, but I have truly just pushed it off to the side. And I really don't know how else to go forward with it. I really don't. Because I know there's not going to be any conversation that I could have with her to try to make things okay. There's just not going to be one. And so I don't really think I know how to fully go forward from that. And I think that's what I have beat myself up mentally today, is to try to just figure out, like, do I try to have a conversation? I don't know what to do. Telling her how I feel isn't going to help, because she has specifically told me to basically go F off and leave her alone. Or that's what I took from it. Give her space when we weren't even talking before. So she wants silence. And I've given her that since she's asked for it. I'm being respectful. But whenever I'm trying to get through this on my own, part of me just wants to sit down and have an adult conversation. But with people who are hurting and can't get through their own issues and trauma that they have going on with themselves, there's not going to be any conversation we can have that'll actually be beneficial at this point. And I know that. So I'm like, how in the world am I going to be able to work through this mentally? And I have nothing. I've accepted it. It's not going to be anything. Because it takes two people to actually want things to work. And I'm the only person who's willing to put forth the effort. And that's a hard pill to swallow. Especially whenever you still want nothing more for them just to be happy and successful, whether that means you're in the picture or not. And so I can't work through it any which way. I've mourned it. If I feel sad about it, I feel sad about it. But most of the time it's just irritating. So I really don't know how else to go through it from there. I'm not ignoring it. I'm not suppressing my feelings. If I feel the feelings, I feel them, and for the most part. I don't have the feelings, I guess. I don't know. Something else she had told me to work through was me wanting acceptance. And she pointed out that she thinks that I do a lot of trying to buy people, buy their love, buy their acceptance, and not like physically like buying them things, but like overgiving, overloving, trying to earn someone's love, trying to earn their attention. And I was very taken off, but she's right. I do that. And I don't mean to, but I think that's just something that I have always had to do as a child. So here I am as an adult, I am doing the exact same thing that I did as a child. In order to get the love and affection, I had to earn it. And I guess that's part of the reason why I am as much of a giver as I am. And so it's learning boundaries. A very difficult time with boundaries. But so that I can have these healthy relationships whenever they do come along. And so I'm not sure where to start on that, but it's just a thought process of working through the best way that I can still be the giver and love everyone full-heartedly, both not doing too much or not doing it with an expectation, because I don't want to do it for an expectation, but then it's inevitable. But I end up doing it anyways. So if anyone has any input on how I should get started on that, mentally unpacking all of that, I'd appreciate it. But it made me realize just how much I needed. I felt like I was okay without my counseling sessions. I was like, I'm good. I got this. And then I was like, oh, maybe I don't. Yeah, if anyone has any input, be sure to comment.